Have you ever found yourself entangled in endless debates that change nothing? Or invested precious time and energy trying to convince someone who remains unmoved despite your most compelling logic? Throughout history, men of impact have understood that meaningful change rarely comes through argument alone. It is demonstration that truly persuades. If you want your ideas to take root and your influence to expand, mastering the art of proof through action rather than words is essential. The ninth law: win through your actions, never through argument. This law teaches that any momentary triumph from arguing is fleeting. You rarely change people's opinions through direct confrontation and may instead create resentment. The more powerful approach is to demonstrate through your actions, leading others to the conclusion you desire without direct argument. Actions speak louder than words. They are evidence that cannot be disputed. This law aligns remarkably well with Stoic philosophy, which has always emphasized deed over rhetoric. Let's explore how the Stoics would interpret and apply this principle. The Stoic application 1. The primacy of action over words. Epictetus taught, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." The Stoics understood that living according to virtue was more persuasive than merely discussing it. Your habits, choices, and consistent behavior create an argument more compelling than any words. 2. Silence as strategic power. Seneca advised, "Let not your words be greater than your deeds." The wise man knows when speech diminishes rather than enhances his position. Strategic silence followed by decisive action often proves more effective than the most eloquent argument. 3. And teaching through example. Marcus Aurelius noted, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The most persuasive form of leadership is demonstration, showing through your actions the principles you believe in rather than merely advocating for them. Historical example: Cato's actions against corruption. Cato the Younger provides a powerful example of winning through actions rather than mere argument. During a time of rampant corruption in Rome, many senators made speeches denouncing governmental abuses. But Cato distinguished himself through consistent action. When offered a bribe that other officials routinely accepted, he refused it publicly. When corruption investigations were conducted, he demanded the same scrutiny of his own finances as others. While serving as quaestor, he personally reviewed every expenditure and attended each meeting, preventing abuses through his very presence. His contemporaries might have given more eloquent speeches against corruption, but it was Cato's lived integrity that truly influenced Roman politics. Even Julius Caesar, his political opponent, acknowledged, "Cato speaks as though he lived in Plato's Republic, not in the dregs of Romulus." His actions created an argument that even his enemies could not easily dismiss. Modern applications in leadership. In today's organizational context, leaders who model desired behaviors create stronger cultures than those who merely talk about values. Consistent example setting builds trust that no amount of communication can establish. Demonstration creates clearer understanding than explanation ever could. Genuine action naturally inspires imitation more effectively than directives. The Stoic leader personally embodies the standards expected of others, demonstrates commitment through visible sacrifice when necessary, creates systems that reinforce values rather than merely promoting them, focuses on building evidence through results rather than defending intentions. In personal influence for those seeking to persuade others, demonstrated expertise carries more weight than claimed knowledge. Visible results silence critics more effectively than defensive responses. Consistent application proves principles more convincingly than theoretical arguments. Transformed lives persuade more powerfully than compelling rhetoric, a Stoic approach to influence. Focuses on creating demonstrable value rather than winning debates. Allows outcomes to speak for themselves rather than over-explaining. Invests energy in proof of concept rather than defense of ideas. Recognizes that embodied wisdom attracts followers more naturally than persuasive speech. In conflict resolution, those navigating disagreements understand. Behavioral change often resolves conflicts more effectively than verbal agreement. Demonstrated goodwill rebuilds trust more convincingly than promised reform. Consistent follow-through matters more than initial commitment. Actions reveal true priorities more clearly than stated intentions. The Stoic conflict navigator focuses on modifying behavior rather than winning arguments, demonstrates respect through actions rather than merely claiming it. Momentary creates patterns of reliability that build trust beyond verbal assurances. Responds to criticism through improvement rather than defense. In personal development, even in individual growth, consistent habits create more transformation than knowledge alone. Applied learning demonstrates understanding better than theoretical grasp. Visible progress motivates continuation more powerfully than abstract goals. Identity-based change emerges from repeated action rather than intention. The Stoic practitioner prioritizes daily practice over theoretical understanding, creates traceable evidence of progress rather than merely discussing growth, builds habits that demonstrate commitment beyond momentary motivation, measures growth through observable changes rather than subjective feeling. Practicing this law today. Let me offer a practical framework for implementing this wisdom in your daily life. Step 1. Conduct an action word audit. Honestly assess your current approach by asking, where are you investing energy in arguments that could be better directed toward demonstration? What principles do you advocate verbally but fail to embody consistently? In which relationships are you trying to persuade through words where actions would be more effective? What evidence would most powerfully demonstrate the truths you believe in? Step 2. Develop strategic demonstration. Implement these specific approaches. The silent evidence. Identify one area where you can create undeniable proof rather than continuing to argue. The consistent embodiment. Choose a principle you believe in and demonstrate it daily through visible action. The strategic patience. Allow time for your actions to create their natural impact without premature explanation. The results, focus, redirect energy from defending ideas to producing measurable outcomes that speak for themselves. Step 3. Practice Stoic restraint. While letting your actions speak, resist the urge to explain the significance of your actions. Let others draw their own conclusions. Focus on what is within your control, your behavior, rather than what isn't, others' opinions. Create opportunities for others to witness your principles in action without drawing attention to them. Remember Epictetus's wisdom. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things. This balanced approach allows you to win through actions rather than arguments while maintaining Stoic principles, using demonstration rather than persuasion. The Stoic man's path forward. As men of substance, we must recognize the superior power of demonstration over debate. The Stoic man doesn't waste energy winning arguments when he can instead win through incontrovertible evidence. Remember these key principles. 1. Embodiment persuades more powerfully than explanation. 2. Strategic silence followed by decisive action creates a greater impact than constant advocacy. 3. Consistent demonstration naturally attracts followers more effectively than persuasive rhetoric. 4. Measurable results end debates that words alone cannot resolve. By applying this law with stoic intention, you become a man whose life creates an argument more compelling than words ever could, winning through the undeniable evidence of your actions. If you recognize the importance of demonstration over debate in your life, now is the time to shift from words to actions. 1. Subscribe to Strong Male Figure right now and hit the notification bell. We're building a community of men who understand that true influence comes from embodied virtue rather than mere rhetoric. Share in the comments below one area where you could shift from argument to demonstration. Your reflection might help others identify their own opportunities. 3. Take one action today that demonstrates a principle you believe in rather than merely discussing it. Remember, this isn't about appearing virtuous, but about creating genuine evidence through lived commitment. 4. Join our Strong Male Figure community. By following the link in the description, connect with other men committed to developing strength of character through ancient wisdom. This is the 9th in our 48 Laws of Power series, viewed through a Stoic lens. If you're just discovering this video, we've created a complete playlist covering all 48 laws on our channel. Check out the full series to see how ancient wisdom can guide modern action. Ready for the next law? Click the video showing on your screen right now to continue your journey through power and Stoic wisdom, or follow the playlist link in the description. Until next time, remember that the wise man lets his actions create an argument that requires no defense. This is Strong Male Figure, building better men through timeless wisdom.